I am.
Get on the bed.
No way.
And I don't see Tony being a good mole. Honestly, I don't see Tony getting picked for the mole. So I'm like, I think I can trust Tony.
If you guys want to share that bet, I'll take the little one. That's
Okay,
fine.
perfect. Let's go.
then we can
Rooms are
plot.
set. It was an organic alliance.
So a while ago, I watched The Mole season 1 and I really loved it. And I was looking forward to season 2. So I've decided to review The Mole season 2. It's on Netflix. And, well, I like mind games. I like, harmless games. So I don't like when people are vindictive and malicious and stuff. But I think this is up my street. So I'm going to review it and we'll see how we go. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing The Mole Season 2, Episode 1. I love The Mole. I hope it doesn't let me down, because as soon as everyone starts appearing, I'm already thinking, who is the mole amongst these people? Who is it? So they have 12 participants turn up. They are, well, I didn't sort of make a note of their careers or whatever they do. I just took their names. So we have Muna, we have Andy, Hannah, Q, Dion, I think he said, or Dean, Michael, Sean, Ryan, Jean, Nesh, Antonio, and Melissa. And some of them stood out to me, though. Things like the undercover cop, Sean, who's now a stay-at-home dad. He could be a great mole because he can sort of camouflage himself amongst the people and be a chameleon and change without anyone sort of picking up on it. Because I remember the girl that they had as the mole last season. It was very difficult to say she was the mole. I actually was backing her. I've forgotten her name. I should have taken her name, shouldn't I? So I think if I were to say who's the mole, I think it's either Sean, Melissa, could it be Jean? No, I don't think so. I think it's one of the two. Because Melissa's a poker player, and the fact that she was able to outsmart Nish is the reason why I think she's the mole, because at the end of the day, she is already getting rid of one person, or maybe that's just her gameplay from her being, a poker player. They have some internet sleuths, they have people in finance and that sort of thing. So it's quite a diverse cast. Anyway, so the cast are introduced to the host and they're told that there are 5 people that weren't able to make it on the show. So what's going to happen is these 5 people are going to be strapped to a chain and they've been given a code which they need to enter to unlock themselves so that they can run to one of the cars that are waiting to take the cast away. But they've been given paintballs, the OG cast, to say whoever you take out can't make it. But whoever manages to make it to the car, the team leader automatically is disqualified. So they are not on the show. And Melissa outsmarted Nesh because she then decided, instead of volunteering herself as the team leader, because apparently the team leader, if somebody got into the car, the team leader was automatically disqualified and they were going home. I think this was smart gameplay, but also this could be molish behavior in the sense that you've looked at everybody, you've seen them discuss, and you've seen who's the smartest in the group. So you've decided to take out your competition right from the jump. And because Nesh was saying, he's good at leadership roles and stuff, it was too late for him to back down, because once Melissa volunteered him, everybody else just piled on. And so he had no choice but to be team captain. So the intruders actually struggled to find the word, and eventually at 22 minutes, they realized that it was Hunt. So then they sort of were able to release themselves because they were being chained down. And once they released, they had to run through the first checkpoint, which was the slingshot. And Q and Sean didn't stand a chance, because you have to fire your shot and then you have to sort of wait for it to reload. And so in them sort of having to wait to reload, these people would have gone. And besides, the shots that they were firing were very small. They was the size of a small avocado. So they didn't stand a chance. They did not stand a chance. And it's sad that as much as there's nothing they could have done, I think the only other thing they could have done is put all the balls in one go and then just sort of fire them and just hope that they hit wherever they hit, because these people were not running one at a time. The 5 of them just decided to sort of bomb rush Sean, Q, Muna, and Hannah. So they didn't stand a chance at all. And sadly, they were not able to fire anyone at all. And I don't know why they didn't put multiple shots and then just drag the multiple shots out. That way the multiple shots would have gone in any direction and hopefully they would have targeted someone. Because with a slingshot, you need to be able to see where you're firing. And if you're firing without knowing where you're going, it's going to be a struggle. The second checkpoint was the tower where they needed to get the key. And so they needed a sniper. So Andy said, he does archery, so he was the sniper. And then he had 3 people to sort of stabilize this thing because he wasn't laying on the floor. They had to sort of move around this sort of thing that looked like a turntable. And it was being sort of... Well, he needed Michael, Melissa, and Tony to sort of navigate the positions that he wanted. And he was able to take out the first intruder, but the second one he couldn't because Michael kept saying he's sliding. And yeah, they were showing his foot sliding, but was that the situation? Or maybe the producers actually spilled water once they had Andy on the top of the sort of bed area or the frame where he was laying. That didn't make sense because he could have easily taken out the second one, leaving only 3 people and then allowing the people at the zone 3 to be able to take out the 3, because now there are 4 people going for zone 3 and it's like Nesh can see his opportunities of being on the show actually slipping out of his hands, because what does he do? Nothing. His fate is being held by his colleagues, and one of those colleagues is a mole. So at the zone 3, obviously they have the 3 snipers, Nish, Jen, and Ryan. And Nish said he took Ryan and wanted her closest to him because he was suspecting that she's the mole because she didn't say anything. And it's like, some people are good at it. Yeah, that could make her the mole, but that could also make her the winner because she'll fly under the radar. People will assume she's the mole, or people will just ignore her and say she doesn't contribute anything. And in the end, she will be the one that will take it all from everyone. So it was surprising because Jen at first wasn't firing, and I'm like, she can't be the mole. She can't be, seriously. And so they were able to take out all 4 intruders. That was amazing, with Ryan taking out the last person with her one and only shot that she had. And so that was good. That was really good. I really liked that. I was cheering for Nish because I was sad that he might be going home. And so everybody celebrated because that's a win for them. They win 20K, which is good. I love the place they're staying at. I think it's amazing. It's beautiful. And so to have people form alliances, the fact that, Tony shared a bedroom with Jennifer, and I think it's Ryan, was just something else. I think they're smitten. Or maybe it's because I'm used to watching romance, shows. This is why I always look for love everywhere I go. I don't know. Anyway, they get ready and then the phone rings and Ari sort of lets it be known that they need to choose 3 people that are going to have to make a decision. And of those 3 people, they need to pick up the phone every time it rings. So they're given an option: either 1, you get money, 5,000, or you get an answer corrected. And so first in is Dina. Dina chooses the money. She chooses the money, which I think if you're a mole would be more ideal to do, because then you fly under the radar and people trust you. Tony chose the money. And then Mona, oh my God, the audacity. I know, I love audacity. For her to choose her answer to be corrected. And it's like, there's 12 people, including yourself. Why would you be bothered about getting one answer incorrect? Why? What makes you think that would send you home? Because now everybody's not going to trust you and they're going to wonder whether you're the reason why they didn't manage to get anyone in zone 1, because nobody was shot in zone 1. 2, now you've chosen an answer. You're giving Moorish behavior. You're going too aggressive. I know she says, I'm a refugee. I'm from Somalia, blah, but I think she should have flown under the radar. She should have just followed everybody else and then later been cutthroat, because now it doesn't make sense why she chose this answer. So Ari arrives and reveals that, they didn't win the money because they all didn't vote for the money. And they're sort of taken aback, especially Tony and Diana, because they're like, what? We voted for the money. And you have Mona sitting there all angelic and saying, oh, I voted for the money. I voted to save the money. I voted. And Tony, in his panic, he sort of said, I didn't vote to save the money. And yet we all saw him vote to save the money. And so it's sad because in the end, he just realized he had screwed up and there was nothing he was going to say or do that was going to change people's opinions. So he told them, if you want to vote me out, vote me out. But I just want you all to know that I voted to save the money. So if you don't trust me, it is what it is. And you could see Jennifer was heartbroken because she was trusting Tony as her guy. So him saying this sort of made her take a step back and question whether she had made a mistake in choosing him. And I hope somehow they're sort of able to reach common ground and reach an understanding and sort of get back into their alliance. Ari then tells them it's time to vote, so everyone has to go and give their answers as to who they think is the mole, and hopefully they get it right. If they don't, they're going home. Well, the person with the least answers is likely to go home. I think it's smart gameplay to be random when you're at the start, because when they take the quiz, they have to sort of give identifiers of who they think might be the mole. So if you spread it out, it gives you a better chance of likely getting the correct answer. And so after voting, everybody sits down at the table. And what happens is they all have phones. So a message is sent to their phone. It's either red or green. Red, you're out. Green, you're still in the competition. And so you have Muna. She's the first one and she gets a green. I think Muna is the mole. I think Muna's the mole. I think Muna's the mole. I'm going to say that again, especially given how she played them and she sort of lost them the money. So you then have everybody. It goes around the table with people sort of checking their phones and getting the green, the green, the green. And Q, I was panicking for Q because of how nervous he was. Apparently, he's a bus driver, I think it said. So he really was nervous. He was clutching onto his mom's chain and he really wanted, to not be the first person sent home. So I was happy for him when he got the green screen. But now we have 3 people left. We have Diana, we have Jennifer, and we have Nish. And it's like, poor Nish, can this man not get a break? Because he's already had to sort of navigate the obstacle course for them to win the money. And now he has to sit here and sort of panic and not know whether or not he's going to make it. So I really hope he doesn't get sent home after winning them 20K. I really hope he doesn't get sent home. So I can't wait for episode 2. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my reviews from Love is Blind. Bye guys.